and someone is accusing you wrongly, that is it now. And you know you are right, how do you deal with it? That is what we are going to discuss today, and I am not going to be doing it alone. Thank you for tuning in to Infotena channel. I am here with our own almighty Alhamdu Lawrence. Oh, let me clap. Okay, this is Alhamdu Lawrence.
Chai. Like you said, Almighty. But it's nice to be here, actually. It's a very brilliant topic that we need to dissect, of course. And people need to understand, how to go about with life. And this is one thing important that, you touch and, kind of integrate within society, because most of the times people are subjected to feelings and emotions where sometimes you feel you're right, and people kind of accuse you for doing for doing something that you did not do. But yeah, how we respond to that is vital, and we need to know most of the time, because knowledge is very important. It's vital to the rational soul of man. So it's quite a very intriguing topic, and I'm really happy to join in and share some knowledge with you
Okay.
here.
Okay, so Mr. Alhamdu, welcome to my live session.
Thank you.
Yes, let me stay like this
All
so
right.
that we will be seeing each other.
Yeah.
So first of all, you have to tell our viewers where you are from, because a lot of people are confused now. You know the way you are talking to so you have to let's know where Alhamdu is coming from. First of all, just give us a little introduction, your village, your state, where you are coming from.
Okay.
Then we'll start firing on now.
Well, actually, I'm from where I came from. So yeah.
I know you tell
Yeah,
us now.
I'm from where I came from, but I'm in Nigeria, of course.
You are
Yeah,
Nigerian.
we are in Nigeria, so from Gombe State, and Tangale, precisely. Yeah, Tangale by
So
tribe.
so how come
And
this shwa?
yeah, that's a different story. If you want to know, follow me on my page too. We talk
Okay,
about it.
you have a page.
I got
Please
a YouTube
tell,
channel.
tell my viewers
Yeah, you
your
go to
YouTube
official Lorenzo one. Yeah,
official
on YouTube.
official Lorenzo. Hi,
one.
I wish I can
On
pin.
YouTube,
I wish
yeah.
I can pin it here. Oh. Okay, you can spell it in so that they
Okay.
will. Official what?
Official, then
Lorenzo. Okay,
Yeah.
Lorenzo. Okay, one.
Official Lorenzo one.
Official Lorenzo one.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
So now, this thing called accusation, when somebody, you know you are right, somebody just came from nowhere and said you are wrong, you did this, you are the one that did this. A lot of people, in fact, when you are helpless, nobody to speak for you
Yeah.
now. Good. At that point now, so what would you do? How would you prove yourself? Like I have a story which I'm going to still post, of what happened to me years back in 2006 and 2005. And when I told this story to one of my friend called Mbojikwe
Okay.
Michael,
Oh yeah.
Mbojikwe Michael told me that you should have, had he been, I know right now, that time, I should have given the man,
Oh, what
for, like
what the hell?
start
Oh, fighting. Oh, got it.
so had he been, I know I would have, but
Yeah.
that time I was small, I couldn't have done it that time. So would that prove that I am innocent if I had started struggling? You understand? So what are the ways so that people who are victims of, I know people, a lot of people are victimized now all around the world. Somebody will just come now in your office and start saying that you did this, you did that. For you to prove yourself, how best can you do that? Thank you very much.
Well, this is a very important question. In every course there is an action and there is reaction. And basically there is a response. And whatever it is, the cause of your action shouldn't be that which will give a different impression, especially about who you are. Because most of the time, people at an end used to kind of, respond negatively, even though they're not those kind of people. But because of, how severe what they felt is, they needed to react. Reaction is a natural phenomenon. It's a
Okay.
natural occurrence in human nature which we can never ignore, because it is something that really strikes our feelings, really tell what we're doing, really tell what we feel about whatever it is that has occurred to us. But then, if you're trying to bring it in now aligned with our subject matter, which is you being accused, I think the most important thing is containing your reaction. I want to advise you not to react to whatever it is done to you. Though sometimes we might feel, high tempered, because we're, of course, people who have, every tendency to respond to temper is a natural occurrence that is imbued within us. That's why there are different temperaments: sanguine, phlegmatic, nostalgic, and etc. But the most important thing is how to contain yourself and respond, not react to
Okay.
what has been done to you. Mostly reaction can lead to instigation. Reaction leads to hysteria after instigation, and hysteria brings about violence. And then from there, you'll find yourself in a state which you would regret probably later, because in the process of you exhibiting that reaction leading to the hysteria, and then later on the violence, you could easily commit something that is not right, which could lead to murder for most cases, because at that point you reacted what you feel instantly. The best approach to being accused is being logical.
Being
Is
logical.
being logical.
Mm.
Is you need to ask. You need to. There is something called the method of doubt.
Okay.
You must dissect the accusation into sizable sections for you to know and analyze how to respond to it. First of all, you must look at the real side of the story or the accusation. Is it true? Is it real? Are you really involved in it? Is it that it's a fact that has happened? Or is it something phony that was just created just to spoil your name? Or probably the person who's accusing you is ignorant of maybe what has happened indeed. So you must be logical, first of all, which is sometimes difficult depending on the kind of accusation.
Okay.
But the most important thing is sticking to the truth. When you realize that you have done nothing contrary to
To what
what you
you've
have
been
been
accused.
accused of, your best response should be silence.
To keep silent,
Just
right?
be silent.
Okay.
Just be silent. If you cannot handle the aspect of logicality in you responding that, yes, I didn't do that, because sometimes it is in talking that you get more instigated, because there is communication. And most of the times when there is no sense of tranquility in a man, what I mean by that is when he is not calm, there is losing communication, because the mind at that time, what you feel inside is something instigating your anger at that time. So anything can come out of your mouth that will make somebody angry. So in cases where you cannot exhibit out, or rather instead or inculcate or respond your logicality to someone to understand that you didn't do anything wrong, the best thing for you is simply to just involve silence and
Okay.
then walk away.
Okay.
Because when you dwell there, there is tendency of you getting angry again.
Okay.
Peradventure you contain the first one, it could be sometimes difficult for you to contain the force that will be coming later on with it. So accusation to me is not even something to borrow with. Most of the times
Is it?
people have wrong notion about us more in every sense of existence. Sometimes we kind of fall victims of a lot of things, but they come not only in accusations. Sometimes we kind of get wrong notions about people, and we gossip about them, we abuse them, we say a lot of things about them, sometimes in their presence and all that. But yet, come on, it's something that you need to just imbibe in yourself, get used to it, and then move on in life. There is a science that I would like to want our viewers to go with, and which is Stoicism. The science of Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophical term and a philosophical movement that began in 65 AD. And it survived for more than 2,000 years now. It
Okay.
was very predominant in ancient Greece and Rome. That was where it started. It is a situation where you get used to difficulty before it arrives.
Okay.
For example, many funerals pass our doors, but yet we have never dwelt in death
Mm,
because we didn't imbibe Stoicism.
mm,
However, death is something very strong, which is mostly difficult for people to, kind of get used to. But then you can prepare yourself in advance before
mm,
any turbulence
mm,
arrives.
mm.
So in this kind of case, when you are used to, things that instigate, especially when you're being accused of this very subject matter that we're talking about, of something you didn't do, just be silent and then move on. If
Okay.
you can contain the response of communication between both sides, that's yourself and the person, just be silent and
Okay.
then move on.
Okay. My people, Omonna. Now, we have been talking to Lorenzo Alhamdu, the man from Gombe State.
Yeah.
Lorenzo is a man from Gombe State. In case you people don't know, he has dropped his handle. He said the Lorenzo,
Official
official
Lorenzo
Lorenzo
one.
one.
Yeah.
And we have been talking about the accusation. If you are being accused wrongly, how can you manage? How can you defend yourself? And he had said a lot of things. So, number one thing I picked from what he said you should remain, just keep your mouth. Because I know a lot of people that I discussed this in my case with. Somebody like Mbojikwe. Mbojikwe told me that that period when they were, had it been, you should have molded one of your, to give that man, boom, for something you did not do, and somebody is saying that you did it, you should have. So I thought about it. I said, let me still seek opinion from other people. You understand? Now, and we have a well-learned man from Gombe State telling us that if you are among those people, somebody is telling you, oh, you did this, within yourself, because even they said the clear conscience fears no accusation. You didn't do it, okay, and somebody saying you did it. What can you do? He said, just keep quiet, because your action may trigger something else. Now, I want to ask him one more question before we close the session. And if you have any question, please start dropping it. Okay, somebody said, oh, wow, good psychology. Yes, he is. Lorenzo, thank you and very much. Collect your hand. So
Thank you.
now, if you have any question, please drop it now, because we are going to end the live very soon. Very, very soon. Now, I want to ask you, does crying make one innocent? Let's assume now that you didn't do it, oh, but I know a lot of people that will shed crocodile tears for something they know. Okay, let's assume they did it, but they will be shedding crocodile tears. Now, I want to know, that tears, does it really mean that this person did this or did not do it? Thank you and very much.
Well, it's a very good question. Not every action of man is true. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not every action of man is true, and we live in a life where any person can do whatever it is, whether right or wrong, to
Mm.
see that he justifies himself
Mm.
as a noble man.
Mm.
Just because you cry doesn't make you innocent.
Mm.
And regardless of how true that is about you
Mm.
as the person who's being accused, your action simply, in fact, for those who are not guilty of it,
Mm.
they don't even cry.
Mm.
If you're truly not guilty, you will not cry.
Mm.
You will feel bad, but you won't cry.
No, some people are too emotional.
Yeah, I'm
Some people
coming
are
to
too
that.
before
Yeah,
you talk, they
I'm
will
coming to
start
that.
shedding
Yeah,
tears.
I'm coming to that. The reason why I say that is because a lot of people hide behind that,
Mm.
simply because they feel it's a kind of weakness, or it's a kind of strength, or it's a kind of justification that makes you not guilty.
Mm.
But crying and shedding tears is something that mostly is attached to our feelings as people, where when we feel sad,
Mm.
most of the times we definitely cry, because it's an emotional phenomena that occurs in us. but yet we can fake it. We can fake tears. A lot of people have been having fake tears,
Exactly.
and they use that to justify themselves in any occasion that they're involved in, or whatever it is that is the matter they're dealing with. Now, correlating this to accusation, you're being accused, but yet they say that you are, they accuse you, and then you're guilty of it, but yet you are crying. It sends a message, actually. It sends a message. And if it is psychological, if you're dealing with a psychologist, he will definitely know whether it's true or not true. Most of the times, actions that are in some sense being used falsely have a way of showing out the truth. When you're being real, there is a way you act, the people will know it's true. And when you're being fake, there is a way you act, and people will know that.
Yeah, body language.
Body language,
Exactly.
all these things.
Exactly.
But yet, you crying when guilty doesn't mean you're not guilty.
Okay.
You understand? But it sends a message, going back to what I'd wanted to say. It sends a message, that will make the person at that point to just stop,
Okay.
not to accuse you, depending on his level of understanding. Others will fire up. And sometimes the tears could be the fact that, yes, you know you're guilty. And then at the moment, you feel remorse for what you have done, for what you've been accused of. And then that emotion comes in, and then you start crying. Sometimes the tears could be of you acknowledging that, yes, I'm guilty.
Okay.
It depicts weakness of man as well, in finding out that, no, I can be strong totally for this, even though I have the guts to do this, but I'm still weak regarding what I did.
Okay.
Secondly, you could be, yeah, I'm not guilty, and you feel, no, I can't believe they're really accusing me for this. And because of the human tendency of weakness, you just start crying because you feel it's an exhibition where, it's just a natural exhibition from your own end. In one of my books, I talked about the strength of the mind.
Okay, one of your books.
Yeah,
Okay,
in
talking
one of my
about
books.
talking about books. Somebody saying, does your guest has a channel? He should write books, and I like to listen to him more. That is
Okay.
Vivian Faith. Please tell Vivian Faith, because we are losing light now.
Okay.
Vivian Faith, yes. My guest has plenty books. Plenty, in fact, the recent one that you wanted to send to publishers.
Yeah.
So please just repeat your channel so that Vivian
Okay.
Faith will follow you now.
All right. Well, I actually utilize social media because we're in a new age where you use this kind of mediums to reach out to large number of people. So I'm on YouTube, as I've said, Lorenzo official Lorenzo one,
Okay.
and I'm also on TikTok at official Lorenzo, and I'm also on Facebook Alhamdu Lawrence.
Alhamdulillah, Lawrence. Okay.
I'm on Twitter as Lawrence Alhamdu. Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm on Instagram as Alhamdu Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you have seen it. You have heard from the horse's mouth. His official YouTube is official Lorenzo.
One.
Okay. One.
Yeah.
Don't check for two. Check for one.
Yeah.
Let me bring this in down so that because it is very, very good. Good. Now, official Lorenzo one. Hey, what is this light doing to me? Oh, hell. So if you go to YouTube channel now, you will see him. He is my guest for today, and he has been talking concerning this accusation, how you manage it. It is very important for people that are innocent, and somebody from nowhere, from your workplace, be pointing accusing finger on you when you know you are innocent. What can you do at that point? I have asked him. I said, should the person start crying? Oh, when you start crying, they say, hey, yeah, he did not really do it, or he did it, So what can you do? And he said, no, don't go and start doing gra because you might instigate something else. The best thing you should do at that moment is to do what? Hell, to close your mouth. When they finish, maybe when everybody has finished ranting and they will calm down, then some of them will start looking into your matter. That is one thing we have been discussing today. Yeah. And he is my guest today. Don't worry, time to time I will still bring him up. because every Saturday and Sunday is our live session, so we discuss life issues on this Infotainer channel. He has his own page, so go and follow him. He has written several books. Don't mind the way he talk. Please talk again so that they will just talk now. Just say something.
Okay. Well, regarding writing, I didn't say anything about it.
Yes.
But yeah,
Lights.
Yeah. So I'm also a writer and an editor. Yeah. So I write and edit work.
Okay.
I write articles.
Sorry. Somebody say Lorenzo. The way Vivian spelled it, is she correct? She is writing Lorenzo, or is it Law? Would you like?
Okay, it's Lorenzo official. Then there is a dash.
Okay.
You know, hyphen.
The law is it Law?
LAWR.
Okay.
Then ENZO.
Another question. Amazing. He said, I like you to support him. Vivian want to support you like a British. Tell Vivian that you have never traveled anywhere. It is the colonization that was done in Gombe State that corrupted his tongue. Not that he was born like, okay, he was born like that. Now you once told me you were born like that.
From my infancy.
Yes, from where they colonized them. So his own people. In fact, there are many of them. Hey, this light. There are many of them in Gombe State. Go and browse about it. There are many of them in Gombe State speaking like him. Just that he managed to. So sometimes I like to teach him. Oh wait, let's do something for my fans. You know, I like to teach you pidgin now. Pidgin.
Yeah.
Let us speak pidgin.
Okay.
But there is something you will do because Vivian want to follow you now, and so much talent in Africa. Yes, he is talented, and he's a sport. You tell them he's a sport
I'm a commentator actually.
So when you go to his page, when you go to his page, you will see all the things that he is doing for himself. Yeah. All right. So I want us to do something for my fans now. Okay. So I'm going to teach you something.
All right.
So I want you to say "guy" at the H.
Okay. Guy at the H.
Okay. Maybe we'll do another one.
Okay. Okay. You know, I'd like to learn it. I would like to learn it. Really. I used to hear people speaking about it. I used to understand something, but I don't kind of speak to myself. So I like to learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let us do just a simple game because there's no light anywhere.
Okay.
See, Vivian is laughing at you.
Wow.
Now, I am going to take states in America. You take states in Nigeria.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, very, very quick.
No problem.
Okay. So, number one state, Texas.
No, you said you're gonna take in Nigeria.
You take in Nigeria because I need you to mention those villages.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
So,
go for it.
Yeah. Texas.
Apia.
Okay, me, I'm taking states in the United States, Abi.
Yeah.
Okay, I start. Texas.
Apia.
Colorado.
Gombe. There's no colors.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So please help me check that Vivian's circle.
Okay, Vivian. Vivian, if you are following, there's no light again. There's no light again. We are going to come live tomorrow, when we have light. So Vivian, follow this channel, then and follow him. He's going to follow you immediately because he will go on YouTube now to follow you. Vivian Faith. Let me see if I can follow you from here. Oh, Vivian Faith, I can't. So if you can follow me, Vivian Faith, I will see you immediately so that I will subscribe to your page immediately from there. So thank you and very much. Now we are going to come tomorrow with a very hot topic because there's no light anymore. There's no light. Lorenzo, God bless you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for appearing on my life.
You're welcome. Anytime.
I'm supposed to teach you Igbo small. I'm going to say Omunna.
Chai.
Okay, my people. Oh yeah, take care.
Bye. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, bye.